Alright, well go on burritos. I decide so I just gonna do one little video and kinda explain exactly why I have been I think somewhat sort of absent on my YouTube recently. And basically I'm not gonna really use the word like mental health and somebody that go through one bag of things, but I kinda was. To be honest, is like I've been doing YouTube for quite a minute and at some point in time I just felt like I was just creating videos for creating videos' sake, and I was realizing that my own interests did a change my own likings, the things that I enjoyed, the things that I wanted to be a part of, that was changing, and then I had to sort of put that against what you, the burritos, expected of me and wanted to see. But don't know, say, because I see it in the views, I'm look on it. Like, when I prefer the little mix up, the little ray and stuff. And to be honest, I feel as I'm the type of person who is more than that. And I had to have a conversation with my 12-year-old self that started Excelsior High. And when him did get an assignment, what he wrote down was that he wanted to be a nation builder. And I was starting to think and say, okay, I'm creating content, but what more? Like, what more do I want to go with it? Like, I honestly, I'm a very sort of laid back, chill back, somewhat kind of boring person. I do not love going out, but I'll make a one and two appearance. I do not have many friends. The people who are close to me, I keep very private because I think it's just a lot of love and a lot of care that I have. Even family too, like I really to the most part like protect the things that I hold dear to me. And I was just like in a place where I was just going through some sort of change. Like, I not even didn't want to talk about mix up no more. To be quite and to be quite honest, I didn't want to just be talking about mix up for mix up's sake. When people see me, them just say, it's mix up on Ray Ray. Like, I would hope that I'm doing something that would be edutaining, that you're actually learning. I think I'm sort of doing it, and where the social media space stays in this point in time, people want to see a lot more more of you, and that's just not quite me. I want to do some Ian Boyne, some profile esque, some like that where my brain is going now. Like, I really want to find a way how I can help to improve the lives of others. And it's just like, how will I do that with my YouTube channel? And will my audience kind of be open to this new sort of content that might not necessarily be all about the Ray Ray? But not even realize that I chat so much proper English and all kind of stuff now. I've been on whole school tours, I do them things there, and when I tell you something, enjoy it. I'm the type of person when I go to a place, I really don't care if I'm in a VIP. I will leave from VIP and go in at the regular section so I can interact and talk to the people then, because that is how I get my energy. I love having conversation. I love sharing. I love interacting, and I love understanding people as just human beings. And so going through that process, and I was just feeling, say, why can't I be like everybody else? Why do I have to care about people? Why do I go to an event and immediately think about, oh, can I get an interview? Can I pull somebody's brain? Can I find out what makes them tick? I mean, if you say, what kind of person is, what is this thing? The Kanye West thing going the other day. And I didn't go because I had to have a conversation with myself. And I said, the only reason why I don't want to go, I just was definitely go there for the hype. To be honest, wouldn't have cared for his gospel music. And I wouldn't have cared to really go there because I'm a really big fan. And when I realized that those two things weren't a motivation, weren't a factor, I said, let me sit this one out, because otherwise I'm really just going to go there just to say, oh my God, I saw a celebrity, I was this close. Like, yeah, that was it. And where I'm at now, that just doesn't fulfill me anymore. It's all about a greater thing. If I'm going to go someplace, what really am I getting from it? What am I going to be contributing to the space? And that's just that. And so I just stay home, and even, sorry, my brain is all over the place because it kind of weird for me to be having these conversations with you guys as not necessarily Dr. Berry, but more as Shane. And it's a lot. I don't know if you guys can relate to it. Just be in a space where you're expected to give yourself as something, but your own interest is changing over time and you don't know how to switch that up. I can only imagine how probably somebody like a lady saw when she feel like she don't want to go in a church, and the people them want to rare and she wonder, like these type of things when people reach in them career. And so I've had a lot of conversations with friends. I wanted to stop doing YouTube. I wanted to quit at least for a month to test it out or so, and just to try go to something, go back, go on doctor or something like that. And so I had to like fall back in love with everything. And it wasn't until I went to the YouTube summit that Flow put on recently. When I went there, and I went there, because I'm a YouTuber and I was invited, and I was just saying like, yeah. And when I went there, and based on the conversations and everything that was said, it definitely renewed my spirit. My can't, like, if my things I never did love YouTube, like I love it. I not just love it, like I'm very passionate about it as well. And when I was able to see young creators that were in attendance, and that in some way, shape, and form, I actually interacted with them. I actually helped to somewhat give advice, and to kind of share, and to share what I knew with them very freely. And it reminded me, say, yo, you actually love this, you really, really care about this, and I care about the community. Because for me, it is not about me and my little privilege, because I kind of grew up a little bit middle class and stuff. It's more about the youth, them, all about the place that sometimes not going able to find a place in a regular traditional sort of workspace. And for them, if them have a phone, and if them have access to Wi-Fi, they can somewhat become creators, content creators, and create a living for themselves. So if them sister Dutterberry be able to do it and realize, say, yo, I start off with one little old webcam camera and my iron board as my tripod stand. I know I have one and two little equipment and little mic, and I'm kind of doing it. More them for sit and say, yo, them can do the same thing too. And also, I was having a conversation with another friend, and he was sharing, say, I hold back too much. Like I'm almost too humble to a fault, where I don't really own anything and say like, yo, I'm the shitter, I'm this, cause that's just not my energy. But sometimes when you operate that way, you don't really get to step into your own purpose fully. It's like you're kind of very hesitant and very reluctant, and not fully committing to it. And I was just like, wow, I'm kind of like that. If I go into a space, I don't necessarily need to be at the front. If somebody comes and say, yo, them out of one chair, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna just stand up and hold my little corner. I don't necessarily like the idea of just being seen, if it is not that I am pushing someone, to elevate or something like that. And I was just like, wow, I really am like that. And my friend went on to say, it's really because sometimes I'm fearful of being hurt, by like people, and just understanding how fickle the industry is. And I was just like, say it true. It is true. I've tried to give myself freely to others in the past. And then at some point in time, you realize that it's just an energy where it feels as if you are um, going above and beyond to try to sort of build something. And in return, we just decide, say, yo, me just stay one place. I don't even know. I feel like I'm just rambling on, because honestly, I'm nervous right now. I really can't even look at the camera that much. Where is the other thing for this? I just have to pluck out the side. I can't know me do it. But yeah, that's it. So having those conversations, and realize that I pull myself away from a lot of things, just so I can sort of protect myself from just certain energies. Um, it made me very aware of myself, and I was just like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing a lot of that. And so now, having, I guess, taken take my little break, and me just stay think about me and the type of content I want to create, I'm just going to own it. I love interviewing people, and I'm going to do it. And I interview people because I really want to share other people's story, and I love it. The people who I admire are Anthony Miller, and you have the Ian Boynes, and you have the American Idol Ryan. Why I can't remember my name. And you have Access Hollywood, that guy, and there are so many people who I look up to. Winford Williams, and so if I want to step into that, I am going to train myself to do more interviews, and hopefully you guys will like it. And also, I'm just going to do all the type of content that I feel like I want to do, and not be necessarily boxed into just like mix up, because I feel like I have way more value and a lot more things to really offer to this space as an online creator. And so I hope that you'll be part of that journey, be a part of that that discovery for me. and just appreciate the type of content that I think I'm going to be doing from now on. And to the younger creators out there, always a message and a reach out and stuff like, I'm here. My email is dotterberryshow@gmail.com. Did I just give my, yeah, I think that was it. And my Instagram at dotterberryshow. And so reach out and I'll be here. This is so weird for me. But honestly, them type of video are so weird for me. It feels very, and I could go into so many other things, but maybe I'll just like stop it right here. So for now, and just take care of yourself and take care of your mental health. I was really at a very, very low place, may I tell you. I really was at a very low place. Not that I feel like I did about, I don't think it was that to that extent, but to the point where I felt like I was going to give up on my dreams because I felt that the type of things that I wanted to do wouldn't necessarily match with what my audience wants or expected. And I'm just like, boy, it's so weird when you grow up and you grow and your own interests just change out of the blue, So that is it. I probably will do a follow-up video where my brain is a little bit more together. This is still annoying me, said it's not the right here, so. And hopefully you enjoy that. Peace out. Peace out.